Hello again. I has a box, as you can see, so let me get right to it. To get into this box and get to the Lego stuffs inside, it has a knife, and I've got a lot of cutting to do because the length of this thing, the width of this thing, the depth of this thing, just everything about it is pretty tremendous. For the sake of scale, you can just do that. So there you go. And there's even more down beneath. This is one single order from one single BrickLink vendor, one single BrickLink store. Oh my goodness, I can't even reach around. Just doing it kind of blind. Back here, box is kind of beaten up. It's definitely reused. Not gonna hate on the reuse, but man, it's pretty massive. This has parts in it and sets. Haven't gotten old sets in quite a while. I want some, need some, I have some. So this has a lot of, wow! Dude, what are you doing? For real, who does that and why? This is made from two different boxes actually put together, and yet there's so much space in here. It's filled up with just air. That's a lot of air. Would have been much more efficient to keep this smaller. Also would have been safer because all this air can be moved around and ultimately crushed. So tip for people packing. This is, I mean, I appreciate the effort. I absolutely appreciate the effort and the care. This person definitely cared about the stuff. That's why they put in all this packing material. But a tip from someone who has shipped a lot of stuff to other folks who may be interested in shipping stuff. The tighter a package is, the more tightly things are held together so they're not able to move, the less damage you're going to get in general. There's a pack of parts. I'll get to that. Man, there are just so many bags of air around. I like to pack things with a cushion around the sides. Keep everything nice and close together within. Do use air when it makes sense. I actually tend to prefer crushed paper, like butcher's paper or newspapers and stuff, because they try to hold things in place, but they do deform when you get major impacts from drops. These, not so much. These tend to just slide against each other. But more packing material doesn't always lead to better results. Well, this, shockingly, is okay. I was gonna say, this is not a new box. Come on, I know I didn't pay for a brand new version of this, but hey, one of the big Exo4 sets that I never got, so that's good. And speaking of big Exo4 sets, and I appreciate these bags because the bags help to keep parts in case there was any big mess up with the boxes kind of coming apart at the seams a little bit. These help to keep parts in, even if they're not completely sealed. But speaking of big Exo4 sets, that's a big Exo4 set, if ever I've seen one. Yes. I think there might be more in the Exo4 department in this box. This is a heavy box. Wow. Even for its size. It's the big Atlantis theme base. I'm just going to cut this here. Excuse me. Not Atlantis. Aqua Raiders. There we go. Not quite the same. Sorry about the glare and everything. I'll move things into more reasonable positions once I get into this, but the box is just so big that it has limited my options. Haha! Star Wars. Oh, such big boxes. A couple bags here, double bagged, sort of, kind of. This is not working. This is not working out well at all. It's all falling apart. I have no system here. Ugh. With each of my Millennium Falcon reviews, I get comments about the older ones being better. And I've gotten a number of references back to this generation, this old style when they used the huge UFO quarter pieces, about this being good. And I've never owned one of these sets, but based on what I saw, I thought that the idea of this being better than the modern style that they've been doing, you know, for quite a number of years now, what, a decade almost? This just seems so simple and weak to me in the cockpit area and the colors and everything. But I got this to actually see for real, in person. Because I shouldn't make too much of a judgment without actually having tried the thing out. So this gives me a chance to try the thing out and give it a chance to actually be good, to give myself a chance to find out what is good about it. Because I'm sure that there will be some stuff about it that I didn't expect, that I didn't realize, that will be much better than I thought. So here's another big Exo-Force set, and this even opens up. My goodness, this is massive. Absolutely massive. I mean, the full thing is big too. Not as big as it appears here, but these are some of the larger wheels that Lego has made. I'm definitely looking forward to checking out some of the parts in this one and just seeing how it works overall. It does come with a mech also. That's good. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was just the mobile base thing. And I think there's another large-ish set in here. Oh! Probably my personal favorite for myself out of what's in here. I think this is the last one, so I'll be able to reconfigure things and make the picture a little bit more interesting for you, since all these boxes are just stacking up in front of the camera now. But this is one of the oldish. I think this is from the launch command version of shuttle launch set. This is pretty large and beefy itself. The pieces are not too yellowed looking. I'll still give them a treatment. Look at that alternate build suggested on the back. That's so good. But I've been interested in these for a while. I think there are 3 or 4 different versions or variations on this theme that occurred over the course of, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. Less than 10, more than 5, I think. This is not the most classic. There are some that have the girder pieces that are a little bit more interesting shapes, but this is one of them, not one of the more expensive ones. Some of them get pretty crazy, but I have it. I'm going to build it when I get around to it, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. We'll see. All right, got rid of that box. Kind of hated that box, but here we go. Time for the parts. It's a bag with bags inside, and would you believe this actually started out as a part order. I was specifically looking for these small train wheels. Need lots of them for my cargo harbor and the container gantry crane, ship-to-shore crane, whatever you want to call it. I had some of these, so I got them because they say Lego on them. That's valuable to me. And I also needed these. I still need more than this, but it was a store that had a bunch of them for my sound walls. I also got colors for an alternate color scheme version. And obviously we'll still need more still. And then these are corner pieces, 2x2x1 corner, light gray. They call those, do they call those wedges or slubs? I think they call those wedges. And then all these 2x2 bricks have the slots on the sides for garage door type pieces. These are all in dark gray. Plus one in black. Just one. Just one. Probably means I need to get more in black. It's a less common color, I think. Ooh, that box though. Glad to be rid of that, but glad to have these boxes of things. It'll take me probably some months to get through these. You know, obviously right now it is new release time, and then as I get through that, get past that. Oh, here's a part that slipped out. I'm assuming from that set, was it? Or was it just a little bonus? I think it's probably from that set. But once I get through the new releases, which are obviously the most important things that most people are asking for, I'm going to continue to shift focus as much as I can back to the custom stuff and the harbor right now, and other stuff beyond that, because that's the stuff that I'm personally very interested in. But I'll try to get some of these, as I've done for years now, get some older set reviews in from time to time. And this is good that I got a bunch of big ones, because little ones are cool, and sometimes I personally really like some of the really little ones. But it's the big stuff that people have most, I'd say, tend to have the most nostalgia towards, whether they had them as kids or just wanted them. Saw them in stores. A lot of nostalgia tends to build up towards things that you may never have even had. And that's a pretty common thing, not just with toys, but I guess big boy toys as well. Actual cars that you may have really liked as a kid, and then start to look for once you get older and become maybe a little bit more capable of potentially acquiring them, or at least touching them, trying them. So that's what's going on with this, and I'm going to put the parts away and leave the pieces of the sets just in their boxes for now, and do one at a time from time to time. But right now, it's back to the new set reviews, so we can get on that. I'll talk to you again soon.